Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. We're doing a full body flow today, so find some space to move and let's get started. So let's begin today in a comfy seat. That might happen to be butterfly. If you want to bring the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide, and this is a comfortable place for you to be, feel free to join me. But lengthen through your spine, so maybe press your hands into the ground behind you. You can close your eyes. You can fold forwards if you want to. But let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Maybe wiggle your toe. You're starting to slow down your day. Maybe take a deeper breath. Inhale and exhale. And maybe the body will begin to soften. Maybe you'll start to notice how you're feeling today through your hips, your low back, anywhere. If it feels good to add a gentle sway side to side, you can do that too. But if you are folding forwards, you can start to find your way back up until you're sitting tall again. And maybe we can all bring our hands to the ground behind us, push into your fingertips, and maybe start to lift your chest and your chin. Stay for an inhale here. And as you exhale, you can start to relax. Let the chest fall, the chin. Your hands can come to your knees, maybe to help them come back together. Give your knees a squeeze. Take a rock or sway side to side. And then we're going to make our way over to tabletop. So come onto your hands and onto your knees. Spread your fingers wide. Maybe give your hips a sway. And then taking an inhale, drop your belly down, bend your elbows. And as you start to lift your chest, straighten your elbows, lift your chin maybe. Stay here for an inhale. And as you exhale, round the spine, lift your belly up, tuck your chin to your collarbone and push into your hands. Right around your spine. Inhale as you drop back down, bend those elbows, lift the chest and straighten the elbows. Maybe lifting the chin. Stay for an extra inhale. As you exhale, round it out. Awesome work, you guys. Take another inhale to drop your belly down. Lift your chest, your chin. And exhale as you lift your belly button up and push into your hands. Beautiful. Take an inhale to come back to a nice long spine. Maybe replant your hands, spreading your fingers wide. You can tuck your toes and lift your knees into your downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling your feet a few times. Lift and lower your heels one at a time. Bend and straighten your knees one at a time. Send your hips high. Push into your hands and take a slow and deep breath in and out. Taking an inhale, start to gaze forwards. And as you exhale, walk on up to the top of your mat. Inhale into a half lift. Once you get there, and exhale to fold forwards. Take an inhale for another half lift. Lengthen the spine. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, one more half lift. And exhale to fold down. Plant your hands, step your feet back to down dog, but bring your feet together. Take a moment to push into your hands, to send your hips nice and high, and maybe your big toes are lightly touching. As you inhale, our right foot's gonna lift. Press your left into the ground, lift your right foot up. As you exhale, lower your right foot down. Take an inhale to lift your left. So push into your right foot, lift your left. As you exhale, bring your left foot down. Take another inhale to lift your right foot up. And exhale to bring it down. If I'm going too fast, slow it down. Inhale, left foot. And exhale, left foot comes down. One more time on each side. Inhale your right foot. Push into your hands. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift your left foot. And exhale, drop it down. Awesome work, you guys. Take an inhale to look forwards. And exhale, walk on up to the top of your mat. Inhaling for a half lift. Once you get there, exhale to fold. Inhale, another half lift. Long and strong through your spine. And exhale to fold. One more. Inhale, half lift. And exhale to fold. Plant your hands, step on back to your downward dog. Keep your feet about hip width apart. Push into your hands, and maybe one foot at a time, walking on the spot. Lift and lower the heels. Bend and straighten the knees. And keep pressing into your hands. Breathe. Awesome work, you guys. Letting an inhale, bring your gaze forwards again. As you exhale, walk on up to the top of your mat. Take an inhale for a half lift. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale to fold. One more. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, this time fold and pause. Let your arms dangle. Maybe sway. Slow down here in your forward fold. You could hold your elbows. You close your eyes. Just you and your breath. Standing on your 2 feet. Letting your upper body hang heavy. Awesome work, you guys. If you're holding your elbows, you might let your hands fall back down towards the ground. Bend your knees more and then inhale into a half lift. As you exhale, fold and plant your hands. Step back into your downward facing dog. You can bring your feet together again though and take an inhale to lift your right foot up, this time holding it up into the air. And you might bend your knee. You might look to the right. Push your left foot into the ground, your hands too. Maybe try to tip yourself over with your right leg. Breathe. Maybe your belly button is shining to the right side. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, the right foot is coming to the ground. You're going to inhale your left foot up, and then maybe you're going to bend the knee. And look to the left. And push into your hands and your right foot. And maybe try to tip yourself over with that left leg falling behind you. Stay for another inhale. And as you exhale, your left foot's going to come back down to the ground. Take an inhale to gaze forwards. And exhale, walk on up to the top of your mat. Inhale for a half lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, folding forwards. Pause. Hold your forward fold, but maybe widen your feet hip width apart if they aren't already. Your peace fingers could find your big toes, maybe, or you can hold your elbows. You can add a little bit of a sway, side to side, forwards and back. Maybe close your eyes and feel what you feel as your upper body hangs heavy. If you're holding your elbows or your toes, let your hands find the ground again. Bend your knees a little. Take an inhale for a half lift. And as you exhale, fold. Plant your hands on the ground and walk your feet back to downward facing dog. Your feet can stay hip width apart though. Press into your hands. Send your hips high. What happens when you try to drop both of your heels? Maybe try to float all of your toes at the same time and push into your hands more. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lift both of your heels up and bring your knees all the way to the ground. You can bring them wide. Your big toes can find one another as you melt it down into child's pose. Rest your forehead. Slow down your breath. You are ready to move. You can lift your forehead, lift your chest, find your way to a seated position with your legs in front of you. And you can give your knees a hug or a squeeze, maybe a rock or a sway side to side. You might lean back a little bit, try to get a little bit lighter through the feet. Now your feet don't have to leave the ground. Your knees don't have to stay together. You could hold on to your legs anywhere. Maybe even your peace fingers find your big toes. You can float your butterfly. You could have your butterfly on the ground. You can have your knees together. And you can move through all of the options too. Maybe the feet don't stay lifted, they go up and down. Maybe you find your big toes and lift your feet higher. Lengthen the legs, lengthen the spine, balance on your sit bones. Whatever your body wants you to do right now. Maybe eventually, though, bringing your feet back, down close to the ground, the knees together. And then all the way down, leaning forwards. Take a rock or a sway side to side, and then we can lay down on our backs. And you might bring your chest, you might bring your knees to your chest, instead of your chest to your knees. But massage your back against the ground a little bit. Sway side to side. You can keep holding your knees, just like when we were seated. You can let them widen if you want to. You can reach for your feet. Or maybe your big toes. You might end up in happy baby if you want your knees wide, your feet wide. Or you might keep things a little snugger. Knees together, feet together. Press your low back into the ground. Keep your spine as long as it can be. Just close your eyes and let your legs move. Maybe you go from happy baby to the diamond shape, to straight legs, but our low back is trying to stay down the whole time. Maybe your knees stay bent the whole time and you hug them towards your chest, and you can always be rocking or swaying side to side. But start to bring your feet all the way back down to the ground. Bend the knees, plant the feet. Bring your arms out wide, maybe cactus arms. Bend your elbows, let your palms face up. We're gonna let our knees tip over towards the left side for a twist. Hands-free twist. Take another breath on this side and maybe hands free. We can bring our legs back up. Out of our twist, just plant the feet to re-center the hips, and then you can tip your legs over towards the right side. Adjust as needed. Breathe, of course. One more breath on this side, and then you can lift your legs back up again. Plant your feet on the ground. Maybe sway the knees. If you'd rather hug your knees all the way to your chest, you can do that. You can bring your arms to your sides or maybe your hands to your belly. And then eventually sending your legs out long, one at a time. Bring your feet nice and wide. Move and adjust as much as you need to so you're comfortable. So you can settle into Shavasana. And as always, I encourage you to stay here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, namaste.